Hello and welcome to the Health Source podcast, your source for all things health, wellness, and lifestyle inspo. I'm your host, Beck Russell, health and life coach and the author of Life in the Soul Lane. Through conscious conversations, our aim is to inspire and empower you to live your most well, happy, and vibrant life. If you're ready to elevate your well-being, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to the Health Source podcast. This is week number 3 of our Healthy Holiday series. And today I wanted to talk to you about maintaining your movement and nutritional practices during this time. Now, I know at this time of year, it can be really tempting to let all of your good habits slide away off to the wayside. Where usually a lot of the time we're kind of like out of routine. We're spending a lot more time with family and friends, which is beautiful, but it can throw us off course and out of our usual routines. And I want to encourage you to definitely spend time with loved ones, definitely enjoy yourself during this time, definitely indulge from time to time. But it will serve you really greatly if you can maintain your healthy habits as much as you can during this time. If you let everything fall to the wayside, you are going to make it a little bit harder for yourself to get back on track in the new year, which is often a lot of times what we are aiming for at this time of year. I think we'll just start next year. But I know that you are not most people, and I know that you want to honor yourself during this time. So I wanted to give you some handy little tips and tricks as to how you can keep these healthy practices going through this time. So the first one is to look out for opportunities for incidental exercise. So think about things like carrying the groceries or washing the car or cleaning out the house or gardening. Look for these opportunities where you can use day-to-day activities as incidental exercise if you're finding that you're not having as much time to be able to have dedicated exercise times. The other thing is, if you have kids around at this time of year, we all know that kids love to play. So this is a really nice opportunity for you to take a leaf out of their book and maybe play some outdoor sports or games, whatever's going on for you at that time. And this is not only for movement, but also to have some fun as well, which a lot of times us adults can struggle with. Number 3 is to schedule movement in wherever you can. So we are looking for these opportunities for play and for incidental exercise, but can you take a look at your calendar and everything that you've got going on and everything you need to get done, and have a look and see where can you schedule in some movement. And maybe it won't be your usual workout. It might not be the normal duration that you take, but maybe you can squeeze in a shorter workout, or maybe you could even try something new. So that's a nice opportunity for you to do that as well. Now let's switch gears a little bit and start to talk about food and nutrition, because I know that a lot of us can struggle to stay on track with this at this time of year. And again, I absolutely do want you to enjoy and indulge at this time of year when you're spending time with your loved ones. But alongside maintaining your movement over the holiday periods, maintaining your nutritional habits as well is going to serve you so well. And you've likely had that experience where you have maybe indulged a little bit too much and then you feel not so great afterwards. So if you're already really on top of your nutrition and you are aware of how certain foods make you feel, you will know that it's going to serve you so much better if you can maintain that as much as you can during this time as well. So some of the handy tips to employ these holidays to keep your nutrition on track include practicing portion control. So say if you want to have some beautiful Christmas cake, definitely go for it. But maybe you could try having a smaller portion rather than having a massive overloaded plate. Because the reason for this is because it's going to serve you a lot better in terms of your digestion. So your digestive system's going to be a lot happier if you just have a small bit rather than a big bit, because it can handle that a bit better and it can process it and move it a little bit better. So while we want to enjoy this time, just be mindful that maybe if you just have a slightly smaller portion of these foods, really rich foods that you don't normally eat, it will likely serve you a lot better afterwards. The second thing is preparation. So same with the movement that we were touching on. If you can have a look and see what's going on for you in your calendar at any given time, maybe you can have a look and see, okay, I've got a little bit of spare time here. Can I do a little bit of food prep for a couple of days or maybe even the whole week to make my life a little bit easier? Everything's already organized and I already know that I've got all this beautiful, nourishing food. And then, maybe you could, if you have the space, maybe you could make up a really big batch of something, say like a stew or a soup or something like that. And then that's going to last you a few days. And then you can do that again in a few days' time. So you'll be able to find what works for you. But just again, making sure that we're being as organized and prepared as we can, because we know that that's going to serve us better in the long run. And the last point I wanted to touch on here with nutrition is to look for healthy swaps. So is there a way that you can swap out a quote unquote traditional naughty meal or dessert with something a little bit healthier? And if you go online, there are so many amazing recipes or even traditional cookbooks and things that you can follow for healthy swaps, and it's going to give you that beautiful opportunity to get creative in the kitchen. So say, for example, if you wanted to have a cheesecake for your special event, whatever's happening, there's so many beautiful healthy recipes that use whole foods and no preservatives that you can swap everything out with and they still taste amazing. So that's a really good option for you as well. So these are just some of my top tips for maintaining your movement and nutrition practices. And I guess some of the overarching themes for both the movement and nutrition is to look for opportunities in your calendar to see where you can be a little bit more organized, where you can food prep, where you can fit in little bits of movement as well. Just making sure that we are prepping ourselves as best we can to step into the new year, because we all know that we want to start the new year off really happy and healthy, and we're always so motivated. So if we can start to think about that now before we even step in the new year, then we're already going to be a few steps ahead. So make sure you do take time to indulge a little bit. Make sure you do take time to spend with your loved ones, but just keep these little tips and tricks in mind of how you can look for these opportunities for incidental exercise and where you can make these healthy swaps with your food and where you can be a little bit more organized and prepared so that you're setting yourself up for success for this whole holiday period and also beyond as well. So that's my quick little episode this week to help you to stay on track with your movement and your nutrition. Let me know if you've got any healthy habits or tricks that you find really helpful for this time of year to keep yourself on track. Come over and connect with me over on Instagram. My handle is @BeckRussell_, and you can follow the podcast @TheHealthSource_. I'll be back next week for the final episode in this Healthy Holiday series. So until next time, take really good care of yourself, and I'll chat to you again soon. Are you looking to uplevel your mornings, your days, and ultimately your life? I've got a cool freebie that I think you are going to love if you answered yes. It is called Mindful and Motivated Mornings, and I created this freebie because I understand that how we start our day can really determine how our day will flow on from there. So inside this freebie, you will receive a 20-minute yoga practice, a nourishing breakfast recipe, And you'll also get a reflection journal where you can write down any thoughts or feelings that are coming through for the day. And you can also track your food, your movement, and your water intake as well. And this can all happen under 30 minutes because I know a lot of us are time poor and we're busy and we're out there chasing our dreams. So I wanted to make sure that it was able to fit into your busy morning routine as well. So if you feel like this is exactly what you need to start your day off the right way, click the link in the show notes and you will be taken straight to the download where you can start your day off in the right way.